Welcome to the Backpost Podcast, powered by the 8-Bit Nation, bringing you everything you need to know in the competitive world of 8-Bit Nation League, Pixel, and Prism. And now your hosts, Shade, Bacon, Boomer, and Pitch.
Welcome back. I'm not Shade. Shade is sick and has been sick, but I'm here with Boomer. I'm here with Koa. Still no Pitch either. We have to put his face on milk cartons. We don't know where he is. But we are back. We're going to keep this going weekly. We're going to talk about what happened in Week 8 and what's happened in Week 9 so far. And we're going to look forward to Week 10. All the things.
All the things.
We had the trade deadline. We're going to talk about that. But first, boys, how we doing today?
It's a big week for us Chiefs fans. Big week. We got the AFC Championship coming up. I'll be there. Look for me on TV. You won't. I'll be in the nosebleeds. We're broke.
Oh, you're going?
Yep, I'll be there. I'll be in Kansas City on Sunday.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So pumped.
Indeed. Since we last spoke, Ohio State did the thing.
Yeah.
Completed the potentially greatest run of games all time NCAA to win the national championship. Fuck you, Koa.
Honest, Notre Dame, I thought they were going to come back from that. I was like, this is crazy. This is a crazy series of events. And then they, shit down their leg. But it's, it is.
Oh, it got a little scary.
I bet for an Ohio State fan, there was some pucker going on.
But then they really couldn't stop us running the ball, but we were still trying to run the ball, and they kept dropping the safety, and then it was like, oh, we still have Jeremiah Smith. Game over.
I actually played against Xavier Watts in high school.
Interesting. Yeah, Ohio State called game on that play. Big dubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean that was that you keep dropping the safety to try to run stop. Single coverage.
Well, you got 1-on-1, zero high safety. It's over. Right. I was like, it's game.
But it did make it an enjoyable game. Definitely helps that we won. But I thought Notre Dame did what they could. What are you gonna do? You're clearly not 1 for 1 with Ohio State's roster.
You guys just walked people in the playoffs, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah. Will Howard played like a grown-ass man. I just saw something before we started recording that if you take his career stats and transfer him to Michigan, he would be the all-time leading quarterback in most categories for Michigan football.
Yeah, Tom Brady. What do you got to say about that?
Fuck you, Tom Brady. Will Howard greater than Tom Brady. You heard it here on the Backpost Podcast. But we're not here to talk about football all day. Let's get into some Rocket League. Let's finish. We talked last episode about some stuff for Week 8, but we did have some things finished. So, Koa, why don't you take us into that?
We started off the week with Havoc going 3-1 over Fallen. Both two teams who are bound for playoffs if things continue the way they are, and that should be. It was a good game. I definitely think Fallen played under their capabilities, but.
Well, this was a massive one for Havoc. This put them into the playoff talk, and it sucked for my team because being tied with them was great. It helped us in tiebreaker. And then they decided to separate themselves. So yeah, they're definitely on a course going forward.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't see that game, and I was shocked when I just saw those results. So
I was a little too, but it's like
Liam listened. He listened. He was my player of the week last week, right? Or was that the week before?
I think it was a week before.
Damn, I still listened. Yeah. He's cooking.
Yeah, Liam's been having a good season. Yeah, that's. Juan Cena came out and looked phenomenal for Havoc in this after their trade, which I did not expect. And, no shade to Cena, but it just hasn't come through. This is his third roster. We haven't seen it yet until this game with Gamer and Sly. Like, oh, he's a guy. And yes, Fallen definitely looked down, like Koa said, but Havoc took full advantage, smacked him in the mouth.
And obviously, that's coming off of a trade from Illusion and Havoc, which we'll get into later.
Well, no, we talked about that last episode.
We talked about that last episode.
Yep, that's the weekly thing, Cole. We own it now.
And the big,
So we already talked about that because that's we were able to talk about how Two Bagels did with
with
Illusion
right.
against us. But that was last episode. So, yeah. Shout out to Havoc. But we had more games. Go ahead, Boomer.
I've came to decide that just you can't underestimate anybody. Saying that, going to the Bandits Eclipse series, we completely underestimated Bozy. I didn't know he could play like that. I completely egoed him, and it bit us in the butt. We tried to bring it back, and we couldn't quite get the reverse sweep, but Bandits beat us 3-2. It's the best I've seen him look, and it's not just because they played us. It was the best I've seen them look. So,
And that roster all season's been very. It's been very good since they picked up Gardens. They've got that ability to really just take over games, and obviously Bozy instead of Ren came in and got the job done. And I don't think he's by any means any worshipful player than Ren is, and they
Couch
each have
told
their
me.
own strength. So
Couch told me that he's like, oh man, I'm worried about it. Ren's not going to be there. It's going to be a sweep. I'm like, okay, cool. So we went into that with that attitude, like, okay, Bozy must not be him. And then Bozy's just as good as Red, pretty much. So,
well, and that's the thing, especially in Pixel right now. There should be no underestimating a lineup. The ranks aren't that different. You know, results are going to make you want to underestimate. Scrims might make you want to underestimate, but on the day, it's going to depend on how you come out. And it even applies in Prism. We've seen series not go the way that we thought they would up there because the ranks aren't that different. It's just going to be how you come out and play. If you guys had a little bit of an off day and they didn't, that's why you got beat, period. Because it's not that different. So, yeah.
we're scrimming on the night. We'll see.
Fair enough. We've been scrimming Bandits a whole lot, so
He asked for
have
it,
my
but
own
he's like,
feelings there.
We need the rematch, so.
There you go. Another game we had for Week 8, the Demons taking it 3-1 over Monarchs. I think this was a generally expected result. I was kind of happy with the way the Monarchs played, and they took a game.
they took a game.
That one did surprise me because I think I maybe overestimate the Demons because of
Maybe
their
a
speed.
smidge, me
They're
too.
very fast. But big shout out to the Monarchs getting a game there, looking competitive. And this was a loss that we wanted to happen because we play the Monarchs and we're in a huge tie for playoff spot. So, yeah.
And Demons obviously looking strong going into the playoffs here. Only got 2 weeks left, so.
Oh, yeah.
Now's the time to really figure out your footing, people. Now's the time.
Week after trade deadline.
Yes, but now it's time you got to focus, really lock in on your team that you have currently. And
Oh, yeah. You're out of. I mean, you just lost half of your options to be able to make a change.
Yeah.
So you either got to look through free agency, which almost nobody has done this season, and yeah, lock in. That's Go is right.
And that brings us to our Foxtrotters winning 3-2 over the Mudcats, which everyone was surprised about.
They got their first dub. I was only moderately surprised. Like I've been saying, and it was a little biased because the Foxtrotters reverse swept my team. We reverse swept them. They went up on us, and that was right after they put a game and looked good against Lansing. I thought it was coming. I didn't think it was going to be here. I liked the Mudcats roster, but Foxtrotters did it. They did it. They got to win.
They did it.
I loved the after game interview, the post game interview. Like they sounded exasperated, but then you could hear the excitement come in that they finally got a dub. It was so cool to hear.
Kaipo's just built different.
Kaipo, the Scott.
Kaipo had a good series. So.
Kaipo the Scott. Good job, Kaipo. I don't know if you watch this or not. Probably not. But good job, Kaipo.
That'll bring us into the Prism, and we got Sentinels taking it 3-2 over Wave. Doggo doing doggo things?
Doggo doing doggo things. It was a close one. It was
probably my
Doggo
favorite
doing
series
doggo
to
things.
watch of Week 8. This was a great one.
The Doggo and Max thing is starting to click again.
A little bit, yeah.
And Mom Debbie, don't be a monkey.
Don't be a monkey, Mom Debbie.
Don't be a monkey.
We had the Vikings play the Phantoms. This was a kind of upper level of the standings showdown, and it went 3-1 in favor of the Vikings. This was another good one. I don't think I don't think the play style was indicative of a 3-1 victory. This definitely felt like it could and should have gone 5, but didn't. Vikings closed it out. That's what they do. Both teams are looking very good, gearing up for the Prism playoffs.
Vikings obviously a top 3 team, looking to steal that spot away from my team, the Hornets. We played them last week of the season.
Ooh, I can't wait.
That's gonna be good. I mean, they've looked good all season. Obviously, I think their one losses, or they have 2 losses. They have one loss to the Ospreys, and then the FF win or the FF loss, I think.
Yep.
That sounds right. And obviously, an FF loss, there's not a lot you can do about that. Obviously, it just happens that way sometimes. But Vikings have looked good all season and continue to look good coming into the end of the season here. So, and that'll take us into the Rednecks winning 3-1 over Mafia. Rednecks find their first win, I think.
Yeah, they definitely look better with
Red guy diff.
Red guy. This was an interesting one because we had planned to use Yak, as we have, because Yak has chemistry with LZ. He's kind of been the weekly go-to for the team. Thank you, Boomer. And Yak overslept. So we pulled up Gardens. Gardens looked phenomenal in this series, playing with them. I've talked often about Gardens. I just did on last week's episode with the interview with Couch, about how Boomer and really Koa, you were season 1 in the old league. Yeah. Like Gardens was one of the first people that we had some familiarity with coming in season 2. Koala got drafted to Gardens team. And so just getting to see, it's like we're seeing old Gardens again, but with new mechs, like new speed. I absolutely loved it. I had to convince him. He didn't want to do it at first. He was anxious. He was playing a different game with Ren and all them. And I was just like, oh, okay, man. And he's like, wait. Okay, I'll do it. So got him right in there at like the last minute. And he showed out. He looked so good. I popped in for comms for them. These guys that don't play together, and they're just calming like it's their day job. It sounded so good, and it sucks that they took the L because I know morale was low after. I couldn't hype them up enough. Like, hey, y'all took a game, y'all calmed well with a new guy. Like, this is what the game is supposed to be. This is what this league is meant to be. Yep. Get out of your comfort zone and get re-comfortable. And Gardens did that in an hour time span. So proud.
And Gardens was my teammate actually in season 1. It was me, Gardens, Sixful, and Mom Debbie. Crazy lineup.
That's ridiculous.
Crazy lineup for the league that it was back then. It was nuts. But I mean, I honestly think he's one of those guys where, like, if he, wanted to put more effort into it and wanted to get better, he could easily be a Prism guy. So
hands down.
So it's just like, it's great. It's great to see you up here. It's great to see you getting work in. It's good. It's good to see the team, or the league, I should say, the league really getting involved in both aspects, not just one of their individuals. So.
Oh, yeah.
You would give this one to me after my interesting bet last week.
I didn't pay attention to who got what game. I fucked both of you here in the next few games. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so. Levin and the Hurricanes beat my Nightmare boys 3-1.
And it was pretty handily.
Yeah, I messaged Dinks and Beef afterwards. I was like, so you guys just want to see me with my shirt off, right? Is that what's happening at this point? They both said yes, so...
I mean, the Hurricanes looked phenomenal. They looked really good. I mean, Nightmare couldn't find it offensively. I mean, I watched this game live. It was... Obviously, I'm friends with a lot of people on Nightmare. Pretty close with those guys. So I had a bias. But
yeah,
somebody's got to drop the ego. You got 3 people who all play fast first man. Somebody's got to go back.
Yeah, I don't want to take a whole lot from the Hurricanes because I don't think the Nightmare necessarily looked bad in this series. No. I don't think they lived up to the potential that they could. The Hurricanes looked phenomenal. I think objectively, this is the best we've seen Hurricanes look. Was this series in Week 8. It finally gives credit to some of that shit talk that Lemon likes to put out there. because a win was delivered behind it. They looked the part, and they're a team that people probably shouldn't want to see first round of the playoffs. That could be dangerous. So that's a tough one.
Also not a team that can play around his speed.
Yeah.
And I know Lemon came in the VC after that game and said, "Guys, I rotate and we win games." It's crazy how that works, isn't it, Lemon? It's crazy how that
Bro,
works.
they give Akaza space, and if Lemon rotates, that team is deadly. So I'm excited to see them continue to progress as long as Lemon can keep his mouth in check. Talking a little, but you better fucking rotate and back it up, Lemon, or the whole Discord, 261 people are coming after you.
Coming for your head.
Yep. It takes us into another game. Prism High Flyers taking it 3-1 over Otakus. Otakus are the most frustrating ass team to me, probably in both leagues. There's so much talent, so much skill. KX is having
a crazy season.
What I think should be on path towards possibly an MVP season, but the team is not.
And not playing well.
They're not doing it, so he can't get MVP. You're not going to give MVP to a team with 3 wins. Like, what is happening? Why can't it come together for Otakus? I do love their Jam signing. That's massive. I think Jam has looked phenomenal. So if they can get consistent with Nate Dogg being there, they could make a run. But High Flyers are just very disciplined. They're very well balanced. A lot of chemistry. I see Hornets, Ospreys level chemistry out of Havana.
And
yeah.
And obviously I played. We're getting there, but obviously I played the Otakus yesterday, and they played phenomenally. I mean, they played great, and like KX was cooking, but man, they just can't find a way to get those wins in, and it is really sad to watch because they do look phenomenal when they play. They look great, and they always lose by like a goal or two in every game, and they always lose by like 1. And it's
bro, their kickoff goal bullshit was so present in this Week 8 game against High Flyers. These games, they're getting down by like 2 goals, and then boom, kickoff goal. Boom, kickoff goal. What the fuck? Why? How is it tied? Like, I'm at work watching this, and then just like I'm listening and I'm peeking over, like, how the fuck is it tied? Their kickoff goals, they're so fast on it, and they have such good chemistry there. It's just if you stop their kickoff, well, then you're gonna beat them. So that was interesting, but we'll see what happens with Otaku's next couple weeks.
That takes us into our last game with the Ospreys 3-0 over the.
Yeah, this one was interesting because we did something new. We did pre-game interview. We had Ezio and Vice pop on the stream with Doggo talking to them. That was interesting. And Vice talked that shit. I thought Ezio was very humble. I liked what I was hearing from Ezio. I liked what I was hearing from Vice too. That was just expected. Vice called the sweep and got the sweep. He tried to backtrack on it later, said maybe 3-1. But he called the sweep and got the sweep. Koa, you played in this series. Is this team real?
This team is definitely real. They're quick. They got all of them are very consistent mechanically. And they're very aerial oriented is what I like to say, because it really takes my play style out of the game when we play them, because it's hard to demo people when everyone and their mom is in the air all the time. So it negates what I like to do, and that really frustrated me. So eat my ass, Samu.
Yeah, Boss told me that's
all week, but eat my ass.
Boss told me that's a team that you guys have struggled with throughout the season.
And we scrimmed them one or two times, and it's always kind of looked like that. So
well, at least now you've got a lot. You've got a lot of tape on them, right?
We've got
to figure it out before playoffs.
Got to figure it out before the playoffs come in there.
Yep.
That play style diff, you just got to figure them out.
But that wrapped up Week 8 for us. We're recording this on Friday. We've had 4 games so far for Week 9. Boomer, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with that? I gave you your team again. Baby. What am I doing?
You did. Hey, you know what though? I'm happy with it. That game.
Yeah, this one's fun.
It was my favorite game we played all season. It was so much fun. Again, I'm pretty sure the idea was against us again. Say Demons were going to take it. Cheddar points were on Demons. Caster, I think, even said they wanted Demons. And they took game 1. Game 2, we beat them pretty handedly. Game 3, they were up 3-0 until a minute 27 left. We came back, scored 3 goals. I scored the third goal with 3 seconds left. I think Yak put in a crazy angle shot from the corner, went top bins down, and won in overtime, and then they couldn't recover. Now, Cookie had some interesting touches throughout the game, so I don't think that was peak Demons, but I thought we were going to win it either way. So
This is a good one.
kind of put us back into form of how we want to play, because we try to change things, and like Shade said, don't mess with something that ain't broken. I messed with it, fucked us up. Bandits was a problem, and now I think we're back to how we want to be. So
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, this was a good one. Good showcase for, some of the upper parts of Pixel. I agree with you. I don't think we got peak Demons here. I do think we generally got close to peak Eclipse out of it. I think you guys
towards the end.
I think you guys looked very much the part that everybody expects you to. But, there's weaknesses on both ends, because, again, everybody's beatable. Even Lansing, as we've talked, they haven't swept anybody. So, opportunities there.
Everyone's
but yeah,
beatable.
this was a good one. But that's the only Pixel game we've had. We've had 3 Prism games. First one being Sentinels with a 3-0 victory over Mafia. This was a tough one because we did have Yak and LZ and Mello. Some things got out of hand we're not going to discuss. But Sentinels with 3-0 sweep gearing towards playoffs. So
Sentinel's looking good coming down the stretch here.
That game was silly.
Surprising no one. Doggo and Max.
Yep.
Bastards on both of you. That'll take us into the High Flyers going 3-1 over Nightmare. Kilo, what are we doing? We gotta figure this out, brother. I know you're in Florida or whatever right now, but what are we doing? We gotta figure this out. Getting in the playoffs here. I don't remember where they're sitting now.
They're out of the bubble right now. They might be even further out of the bubble now after this week update.
They are out of the bubble currently. Yeah, we just gotta figure this out, man. You guys definitely have
the ego.
Yeah,
Somebody needs to drop the ego.
You guys have the skill to definitely be in this top 8 and make these playoffs, but something's not working. So.
Well, and that's the Hurricanes-Vikings matchup of Week 9 is going to be very important to the Nightmare, because I think they're not going to be any further out of the bubble, because we already know the Otaku's result. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So everything is salvageable if Vikings beat Hurricanes. If the Hurricanes beat the Vikings, Nightmare are in trouble, because there's only a couple weeks left. I don't know. That's Kilo. Figure it out. I thought you made it. I thought you made a decision in trading Mello for Dinks. I took it because I like Mello. I like Dinks too. I don't think you really upgraded or downgraded. I think you made a weird lateral move, and it has not worked thus far.
Dinks has more skill than Mello, but he's trying to be the guy. He's trying to be the guy at all times, and you can't be the guy always. You gotta, or if you are gonna do that, the other teammates have to be with it, and that's their problem right now. They're not.
Sure. Yeah, it's evident because that series it was okay, but High Flyers looked pretty well in control.
Yeah. Gotta figure it out.
Yep.
Tough.
It's on you, Boomer.
What? Oh, it is on me. Sorry, I skipped that one. I didn't know if we needed to talk about it because it was a sweep against the Otakus. Hornets take the dub. I don't think anybody was shocked by that result, actually. I thought maybe KX could have peaked and got a game, but...
Well, this was a good series.
We went OT twice.
Yeah, for it being 3-0, this was competitive. I think we saw a very good Otaku team go up against a very good Hornets team, and that's the Hornets, it takes a little bit to ice it out. One of the OTs, though, I did think was funny. Hornets took with a kickoff goal.
The kickoff goal, the
4
last 4
seconds into OT. So they Otakus, and that was it. But yeah.
Couch was not happy about the names.
Oh,
if you change your name, first off, why are we having these ridiculous, stupid names? They're the length of the freaking alphabet. It's ignorant and annoying. Second off, if you change it, you need to go to the name change channel and put it in there so that for stats and for casting, people know who you are.
Yeah, that at bare minimum has to be done.
Because Couch was like, I just stopped. I didn't even care anymore. I didn't say who they were because I didn't know who they were. I said, well, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So.
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid. At least at bare minimum, if you're going to be stupid, put it in name change. That way the casters and our stats guy knows. You guys want stats? You want games casted? These were complaints from the last league. Let's follow the procedures that we have in place to make sure that we keep having people want to cast and want to do stats. So help us out there. But yeah, that does it for the review. Let's get on to Shade and Koa's favorite part of the podcast.
Specifically, my favorite part of the podcast, which I just recorded. I just did it. So let's cut to me and my absolutely atrociously dirty glasses that I didn't realize they were that dirty until after, and I was watching it anyway. But we'll cut to that right now. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to your 8-Bit Players of the Week. This week we have Week 8. Our Offensive Player of the Week is Brett with his 10 goals in their 3-1 win over the Mudcats. Defensive, we have the boy Couch with his 7 saves in their 3-2 win over the Erie Eclipse. For your Prism players offensive, we have Hollow with his 7 goals, 3 assists in their win over OKC. And Lemon, you little stinker, with 9 saves with their 3-1 win over Nightmare. Nikki. Also, because I was sick last week, didn't get to do my video. Thank you, Koala. I'm going to do my Manager of the Week, and that was Smurfy from last week, and we're not going to do one this week because trade deadline, and you all suck and didn't trade anybody. So, congratulations, Smurfy. They're picking up steam towards the playoffs here, and everyone good luck in the playoffs. Signing off. And we're back. Thank you, me, from an hour ago. That was very great, Nikki. Thank you.
Yeah, I think you were a lot better at it last week, but... You know,
my glasses and whiteness. I did it much better last week. The future me from last week turned into a stoner from a small town in Ohio. Not really small, but no, we're not. Size. No.
Yeah. Thank you to Koala last week for stepping in.
Yes, thank you, Koala,
and taking care of that. Listen, the sickness is going through. That's. Koa dealt with the thing, and then I dealt with the thing, and while we were dealing with things, Shade was in the hospital. And now Shade is still fully quarantined from his family, so
yeah,
it's been a thing. But yes, hopefully everybody's feeling better. But thank you, Koa, for that, as always. We have an interview for you guys this week, and it's a good one.
It is a good one.
Maybe. Haven't done it yet, but we're going to do it. But I know it's going to be good because it is with one of my favorite people, the 2-time from the old league, JT. Check it out.
Doesn't count anymore.
Hey, well, you know, it's one of them things. Like, you win a championship here, when you come over here, like, you're still recognized for your greatness.
But is it kind of like looking at, like, an NFL championship versus a Super Bowl?
Yeah, you know, I think that's fair. I think if you're a student of the NFL, you have a respect for the greatness that was the Cleveland Browns back in the day. Have they done shit Super Bowl era? No. Has Jay done anything 8-bit era? No. But
he hasn't even played.
He hasn't been playing, so it's not fair. But he's still my 2-time, and I kept all this in. So now let's go talk to Jay. Ladies and gentlemen, people of 8-bit. We've got one for you this week. JT, a.k.a. J-Tism, a.k.a. J Tearaway Pants,
J-Tilt,
a.k.a. J-Tilt, a.k.a. the 2-time.
The 2-time!
Hey!
JT, how we doing today, man?
I'm okay.
I made you shower for this.
You did?
Yeah.
Woke up early, too.
A little stinky boy.
Woke up early?
Yeah.
Yep. It's like 4 o'clock your time.
It is 4 o'clock.
I would have missed your DM if I didn't wake up at 2 o'clock.
Oh, to be unemployed. I can't wait. Those are some favorite times in my life. Just sleep, wake, whatever, game, all the things. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Jay, we have you here. talk about some things. You've been instrumental in helping to fashion this league into what it is today. You run stats for us. You are an owner for us now. And you are a non-playing manager of Lincoln. Tell us, in your opinion, how you think Season 1 has gone thus far.
Team-wise, okay. I think we're doing okay. We haven't beaten a team that shouldn't be named, but that's okay. I think I think owning the league is fun, but there's some bumps along the road, like the Sentinels game, but we move past those.
Yeah.
Stats is fun. I'm still trying to figure out ways to improve that for next season. So,
If you even have stats next season, remember we had talked about duties could rotate if people wanted. So you may not have stats season 2 if you don't want it.
You'll find me on the road in the ditch. I'll be gone.
Dead in a ditch.
You know, and the bump along the road, and Jay, we can chit chat about it very little. I don't want to go into supreme detail, but you know, we had a player give up on a game, and you know, the conversation then comes down to two things: what do you do with that player, and how do we count the stats?
Yeah.
Let's get one thing off the table. Stats don't really matter, people. We
Not
use
really,
them
no.
as a metric to engage, to maybe award. That's, you know, part of what KOA does.
Yep.
But beyond that, they don't really matter. They're like power rankings. It doesn't really matter. Come out and win. You could win a series 3-0 by scoring 1 goal each game. Doesn't matter. You swept. Good. Go
Yep.
team. Happy days, right? Or you could score 25 goals and lose. Nobody gives a shit, Lemon. But, you know, we do want, because people care, somebody affecting the integrity of a series, you want to figure out the best way to go forward with that. And that's currently what, you know, Jay was talking about with like a bump. And we've had other bumps. You know, Jay, you've had your early bump with Smurfy. Smurfy being our IT guy, you being the stats guy. There was that whole thing, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, overall, this has gone surprisingly swimmingly. You know, very little issues, right? I think that's fair, not just from my perspective.
I think, yeah.
And then competitive-wise, yeah, we have an extremely competitive league. Both of you have teams that are near the upper part of Prism. But even, you know, most of the teams that aren't near the upper part of their standings should feel like it's generally competitive. And we did that. Jay, because we have you on, you had another commitment halfway through this whole season, didn't you?
Yep.
Didn't you, little buddy?
Maybe.
Over there on the fake news side of things.
And we can talk freely about it because I don't give a shit. Jay was under contract with you three. He was part of their pro team type things. Matter of fact, you can take a look right here at this beautiful screenshot of him in team form. And yeah, that's I told Ko I was gonna do it, and I did it. So, but I think that was cool, and I think it's cool that you did your best to finish out that commitment. You know, that's a part of it. You had a commitment to them, you finished it out, but you still continue to go on with us towards what we were doing, and you know, I thank you for that. Trying to find a way to ride that fence until they kicked you off. So.
Oh yeah.
And now you're here. Jay, you're
Yep.
non-playing season 1, and that was for a reason. Season 2, are we getting playing, Jay?
Maybe we could see it.
What the fuck does that mean, maybe?
I'm working at a golf course.
You have tried to make me have you part of 2 teams in Prism this season.
Yep.
But you can't commit to playing next season?
Well, it depends on when it starts. If it's right in the middle of golf season, I'll be probably working until
Golf
7
season's
p.m.
like 9 fucking months, Jay, and you live in the middle of a cornfield. It's gonna be forever.
yeah.
Whoa.
golf,
Okay,
golf
listen here.
Golf season for cornfields.
Let's calm down.
Run a lot longer during the summer than the winter.
You've never even been to my state.
Interpol.
There's
Never.
plenty of
Oh.
corn in Ohio. I'm just saying. I went through that state. I drove through the Bible Belt. That shit wasn't any better.
Jesus loves you.
We do
No,
have,
someday, Monday, yo someday.
there
Peace
are
be with you.
billboards that says Jesus loves you. So you can't commit at this point in time, Jay.
Not without knowing
I think
what's
that's
going
pretty
on
cowardly,
at work.
if you ask me.
It is straight coward. Shade is calling you a coward right now.
Very coward.
In his raspy voice, that because he's sick, get better shade.
He's so sick.
But
Get well soon.
I just went to pick something up from his house, and he talked to me through his Ring camera, and it sounded like death. Sounded like I was opening a tomb of a mummy with the raspiness that came through. I was like, and it scared the shit out of me, because I thought I was gonna be meeting his son to pick this thing up, and then he just comes through this Ring camera, like, whoa, scared the shit out of me, buddy.
he's the coach from the Waterboy.
Go Tigers.
No, I could understand the words that were coming out, but the raspiness is there. So yeah. Okay, Jay. So Prism, Jay. If it's not Lincoln, who's winning it all?
Lincoln.
If it's not Lincoln.
Well, the Ospreys
English,
just-
motherfucker. If it's not Lincoln, who's winning it all?
I think Ospreys are doing okay right now, but they're not going to win the playoffs. It could be between Houston and the Vikings.
Well, we know what it could be between Jay, but
why
who's
don't we-
winning?
Why don't we pick one?
Give me Iguodala, dude.
No, Jay. God damn it.
Give me the Hornets.
Let's go, baby!
But I mean, if Ezio gets outpaced like that again, they could easily get shut down.
No shots at Ezzy, though.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, the guy put up. I think he was 0 for 9 in the Ospreys series, so didn't
Yeah, we didn't
a
score.
goal.
I think we scored 1 goal that series, so
And that was Boss. So yeah,
maybe 2. But I think it was 1.
That's fair.
It-
Jay,
it wasn't good.
who's winning Pixel?
Yeah, this one's easy.
Let's see here.
I don't know if
well,
it's easy.
This one's easy.
I think it's down to 3 teams.
I'll say it with my chest. This one's easy.
That's
I
crazy.
haven't scrimmed with Boomer, so I can't say he's number 1.
So because
Yeah.
you've scrimmed with them, that's the
I'll
deciding
tell you
factor.
what, if I...
Jay, we
scrimmed
ran a
Boomer-
team 2v3, so it sounds
did.
like your pick should be Luxor.
We should do that again.
To bet.
And my best pick would probably be. I mean, dude, it's gotta be Demons.
You need demons!
Because
That's what I was gonna say!
the Warriors are kind of the same as the Hornets. Because they got Unfo, and then Gamer just cleans it up. Or not Gamer. What's
Not Gamer.
Skull?
Yep.
Skull, right?
Yeah, I mean, Skull and Corvus
Yeah.
kind of both contribute in that same fashion. They do a really good cleanup job for Unfo.
Yep. Just like the Season 2 Bandits.
It's true. Yeah.
Wasn't as good as the Season 1 Bandits.
No. Never.
Okay, but the run to finish out Season 2 will never be eclipsed.
Shut the hell up.
Like, that's what it was. We dropped a game due to some bad internet and just fucking went ham. So,
Oh, yeah.
I lost to Max in the semis.
you did. That was a phenomenal series. But that was the old stuff. Okay, Jay. So you've got demons. We know Koa's got demons. Koa, we were going to talk about that in a future episode, but
Oh.
save your demons pick.
I'm sorry.
And Jay thinks Hornets if it's not Lincoln. But Jay, you do think Lincoln's got a good shot here? You think you're the non-playing manager to deliver Doggo a title?
Hopefully, yeah. I traded
And
traded for
Anomaly.
Max.
That's
yeah.
I mean that Anomaly has reached the
Max not
pinnacle.
won one either?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Back in season 2 when we won, it was against Max in the finals. And
Onward.
again, we know this is previous league stuff, but this is what we have to draw on until we got more history here. So yeah, it was against Max in that one. But beyond that, no, Max hasn't been there either. So, you know, a Sentinels championship is massive for a couple foundational 8-bit members. So,
Oh yeah. Let's see if they can pull it out this time.
and Mom Debbie, but
It's on
Mom
hold.
Debbie's got rings. rings?
He's got one. He's got one.
One.
He got the one with me, but he's only got one. He's only got the one. He's been to a couple finals, but he's only got the one.
Mm-hmm.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've been on almost his team for basically every season, so I mean,
That's fair.
the womp is for me too. So
Yeah, womp womp for you, fucker.
womp.
Shitter. Okay, so Jay and Koa, we've talked about it. When are we getting a Jay and Koa cast?
The day I die.
As Trump?
Oh boy.
As the Trump cast. So
Uh-huh.
so here's the thing: is when I go into Trump mode, I say some out of pocket stuff.
I could say the same.
So
And I understand this, but remember, I said we take a game that's streamed and have you guys cast over it and record it after the fact.
So here is my question for the audience, for our viewers: is would you rather see it live? And maybe it's for like an all-star game or something, something stupid. Something that I don't, so we don't take away from the seriousness of the actual league stuff. Or do you want us to pick a game, whatever, and record it on YouTube? And do it on YouTube. Then you can get, then I can get a little bit more out of pocket with stuff. But that's up to you guys.
That's fair. At Koa with your answers.
Let me know.
I'm excited either
me
way
know.
because if we do it live, like we're gonna have like a week break before the finals for All Star. But All Star game's one day, so we got 6 other days that week to fill some stuff. So yeah, I mean there's opportunity to be able to. We could do a couple show matches and have the Trump cast casting
Or-
show matches.
And obviously, we could do for like if Boomer's ever doing another like 8-bit, they're doing just scrapes for their 8-bit RLCS stuff.
Oh,
Maybe we could hop in
that'd be
and
wicked.
cast some of those.
Yeah, that'd be
We'll just just throwing stuff out there. Let me know. Let me know what
Yep.
you want to see.
Good
Open
ideas
to
happening here
interpretation.
live.
Let me know.
These are good things. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Jay Tilt.
Can I get a
at
desk slam?
him. Look at him.
Can
oh,
I
Come on,
get a desk slam on the pod?
Liam. Tell him he looks like a beef stick or a Minecraft witch again. Yeah.
Tell him he sounds like a Minecraft skeleton when he walks around.
Listen, when you were gone, Jay said, "I did it!"
Oh fuck it. There goes the water.
No,
There goes the water.
No!
God
The
damn it.
H2O!
Fuck.
Everything's broken.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys.
Yes. He has a towel. Clean that shit.
Look at that.
That's gonna do it for us with Jay. This was a good time. Jay, Shade is very excited about you being on here. Tell Shade to feel better.
Shade, I'll come over there and kiss you if it means.
That's a
you'll feel
long
better.
drive. That's a it's a long drive.
I've got a new car. I can do it.
He does
I
have a
can
new
do it.
car.
Fair enough. Jay, we appreciate you coming on. I appreciate you being on here with me. It's nice having a buddy for the interview. We're going to get back to the rest of the show. We'll catch you guys later. As always, the great JT, Tearaway Pants Man himself.
Airway pants, man.
Thank you, Jay, for coming to chit chat with us. That's always fun. He's such a guy. He had to take a shower before doing this, and because he was he's like, I'm like, hey, are you good for this time? He's like, ugh. And then I'm like, face cam's required. He's like, nah, I gotta take a shower. I'm like, bitch,
I gotta
nobody
get my
can
hair
smell
right.
you through the camera. He's like, but they're gonna see my greasy ass hair.
Well,
Like, nobody gives a shit, Jay.
I also took a shower.
Well, that's fine. I told him the other day, hey, we're gonna do this on Friday, and I want to record with you on Friday. I don't want to have to wait all weekend to do an interview, and then this doesn't come out till Wednesday again. But it's Jay. Jay's a funny guy. So we're gonna move into standings, and Koa, since I'm taking Shade today, you're taking me, and standings are you, my friend.
Hell yeah, brother. And these are the standings through week 8. Obviously, we covered some week 9 games, but that'll be next week. Pixel standings at number 1, Warriors undefeated, 8-0. Next is Demons, 7-1. Eclipse, 6-2. At number 4, Falcons, 6-2 as well. At number 5, Bandits, 5-3. At number 6, Fallen, 4-4. At number 7, Havoc, 3-5. At number 8, Illusion, 2-6. And that is, if we ended today, your playoff picture. Just outside of it, at the Monarchs at 9, 2-6. The Pharaohs at 10, also 2-6. The Mudcats at 11, also 2-6. And lastly, the Foxtrotters at 1-7.
That right there, that 8 through 11 for one playoff spot. And Havoc are only one game above that. And out of those 5 teams, Havoc have absolutely the hardest schedule to finish out the season. So, that there is so much room for 2 spots. And even the Foxtrotters getting their 1 win. If they find a second surprise, like now, whoa. We have an absolute race the final 3
Things
weeks.
could get crazy here in these last 2 weeks.
And most of these teams play each other. Like Luxor, we play Mudcats this week. We play Monarchs next week. And then we finish with Eclipse. So, yeah, it's so much chaos. Love it.
But what's great about this is a lot of you 2-6 teams, a lot of these 2-6 teams, you get to really pick your destiny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you win, you're probably going to make the playoffs. You win out, you're probably going to make the playoffs. So, I mean...
Yeah, that the only thing that kills anybody's destiny is Havoc. Because Havoc don't play these teams, really.
Yeah.
If the Havoc win enough games, that takes up a spot, so there's only 1. Whereas, like right now, we lost to Illusion. Luxor could win out and not make the playoffs if Illusion went out or have at least the same record as. Yeah. So that depending on how the tiebreakers go, some of those early season losses or mid-season losses could really come into play with these tiebreakers. Or if the Havoc fall down, then Ko is right. It's in your destiny. Win, you're in. That I think there's. What is the final week? Is it Monarchs Illusion?
That could be also a stunner.
I'm checking as we speak. Yeah, Monarchs Illusion, week 11.
8-9 right now.
Like, there is a world where that is for a playoff spot, period. And I will force schedule them to be at 8 p.m. on Sunday of week 11 as the final primetime game.
That might be Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, shut up.
That might be Super Bowl Sunday.
We'll talk about that later. Because I'm going to get pissed. We might have to cut Sunday out of that week. Get fucked, nerds. Let's move on to Prism.
Prism, you have at number 1, sadly, the Ospreys knock off the Hornets and are 7-1. At number 2, the Hornets, also at 7-1. At number 3, the Vikings. This is why you're bald. This is why. This is why you're losing your hair.
Yeah, just change where it grows from.
Wow.
At number 4, we have the Sentinels at 6-2. At number 5, the Phantoms at 5-3. At number 6, the High Flyers at 4-4. At number 7, the Wave at 4-4. And at number 8, the Hurricanes at 3-5. Again, if the season ends today, that's your playoff picture. Number 9, you have the Nightmare also looking in at 3-5. The Otakus at number 10 at 2-6. The Rednecks at 11 with 1-7, and the Mafia bringing up the rear at 0-8.
Yeah, this one not as exciting down the stretch. There's a little bit more separation, but everything's kind of in pairs. So it's really just gonna be jockeying for seeding, except 8 and 9 there, Hurricanes Nightmare. But Hurricanes taking that dub in week 8 that we talked about, they'll have the head-to-head tiebreaker. So they've got the inward path to the playoffs as long as they just keep doing their job. But still room for
Just because you
Nightmare,
say
Otakus,
that,
and Rednecks.
it's not okay.
Huh?
Inward.
Oh,
Inward.
I heard something else. I was like, what in the world? This is crazy.
You thought, He's an idiot.
Defane, Smurfy, Mers, shame him in general right now.
Shame him.
I thought you were saying that. I was like, what
Shame
in the
him.
world?
No, not N-word. In-word.
They leave it. It gets crazy in here.
To the point of standings, officially, Mafia have been the first team eliminated from playoff contention. Yeah. This team was cursed from the get-go. Everybody knew it. We've talked about it multiple times. I'm just trying to get the guys to, hey, have a good showing the last 3 weeks, have some fun, and get ready for season 2.
Yeah, Baka.
Yeah, well, I still haven't heard from Baka, but Baka reacted with a heart on the last message I sent him, hoping all was well. So he is alive.
I don't know what's going on with Baka. I haven't asked because it's not my business, but I wish you well.
Yeah, he is alive, so we're good. Boomer is talking to other people. That's fine. But thank you for standings, Co. Appreciate you doing that. Trades and signings. We had the trade deadline. And not a fucking thing happened.
You're all cowards. I said it. I said it in my thing. You haven't seen it yet, but I said it in my thing. You're all cowards. None of you traded anybody. You all suck.
And that is what it is. People felt comfortable. They didn't feel the need to move. I don't know. I had a conversation. And then I had another conversation, and my sister keeps popping in. She wants to be on the podcast so bad.
He wants to be on the pod, brother.
Oh, Boomer got to go. He gone. All right. Well, here we are. But yeah, that's nothing. It just didn't come about. I
Everyone's
heard
too scared to pull the trigger.
Yeah, I heard whispers of things, so I expected to wake up the next day with an update from Koala and in one of the announcement channels, and it didn't happen. So no moves, no free agent signings either. People are just
because Jams was already picked up. So yeah.
So that is what it is. We move forward, and he's back in perfect timing.
I figured it was probably better just to turn off the camera than have me yelling. So
you can keep yelling. It's fine. You were muted. So Boomer, talk to us about some people.
It's Boomer's Players Watch, the best segment in the whole podcast.
Wrong.
In Pixel, I personally egoed this kid, and he impressed the crap out of me. So, Bozy, I'm watching this week. You did it to us. Can you do it to them? I forget who them is. To the Falcons. Yeah, I have it right. That should be a really good game. What does that do to rankings if they beat them?
If Bandits beat Falcons?
Oh, shoot. They go up to 4th? Well, I guess it hasn't happened yet. We don't know for sure. But
listen, if y'all end up possibly losing, which I don't have that predicted to happen, but if y'all were to lose, Bandits could get up to 3rd. So
nope,
because they would have tiebreaker over you and Boston
at
that point.
Not happening.
I understand that. I'm just saying, that's how quick the standings can adjust.
Yeah, but Bozy, you're my player to watch. I want to see it again. You popped off. Do it again. Prism, we got Lemon. Again. I think I had him a couple weeks ago. But they're playing a really good team this week. And I got to find it again. I did this before the game. Oh, I might have looked at the wrong thing. Either way, I think Wave's really good. But what?
Yeah, they play Vikings week 9, and then we've also got...
Oh, then I was right. Yeah, okay. I looked at the wrong thing. So. Yeah, they're playing Vikings coming up. Yeah. Really, really good team. One of the better teams you played since you got a Kaza. Besides, did they play Hornets yet?
Who?
The Lemon
Hurricanes.
Yes.
Was that before or after Akaza?
We played them already. It was after Akaza, I believe.
Okay, well.
It was the first week they had Akaza, I think.
I'm going to stand on it. Really good team. I want to see it again. I guess I could have made it Akaza since I've already done Lemon before, but really I'm just looking at the Hurricanes. I want to see if you guys are legit. This is a chance to prove it. So, you beat Vikings, I won't shit on you rest of the season.
Hey, you guys should beat the Vikings, I'm just saying. You guys should definitely beat the Vikings.
I don't know, man. Vikings are good.
Help me out.
Help me out. Well, now let's
Okay.
get to what is actually the best part of the podcast. This is widely renowned, as I've been so dutifully reminded from Shade after I tried to cut it from the podcast, the predictions segment. Last episode, we already gave you our Week 9 predictions. We're not going to go over that again, but we have went ahead and done Week 10 predictions prior to Week 10 happening. Let's go. This will be released before Week 10 actually starts. So we're going to start in Pixel with our Game of the Week, Pharaoh's Monarchs, unbiased. Put this in here because it has extreme playoff implications. The loser of this game will be grasping at straws to make the playoffs. So instant Game of the Week. I and Shade are taking Luxor.
And Boomer.
And I was going to let Boomer say it, but fine, he gets no voice. Nope, you get no voice. Me, Shade, and Boomer are taking Luxor. Bitch!
Why are you the way you are?
Listen.
Every other one is a team abbreviation. I put Pharaohs, and you two motherfuckers put Lux.
Because there's another PHA.
Just let them cook.
We
In a
talk
different
about this
league?
every week.
It's in the other league, though.
It doesn't matter. It's
Just let 'em cook.
confusing.
It doesn't matter. We all know who we're talking about. It's on the same thing. Who cares?
Rose, you're a madman, Koa.
But I'm picking the Monarchs because I just think they'll win. And I got clowned. I got clowned last week for my bad picks. So I really gotta pick with my gut now and stop picking my Pookie Bear.
Okay, but Koa, last week you tied for first.
Okay, and
I'm just letting you know. On week 8 you tied for first. Week 9.
I got clowned for being 12-12. Shade was coming at, so I gotta pick. I gotta pick with my heart. I can't just pick my Pookie Bear.
What is funny? Without week 9 stuff, you're 18-18 now. So you're right there, buddy.
I'm still chugging along.
And I will give credit here. Boomer, I don't think he's a madman for picking. We're talking about a game that features 2-6 teams.
I just think you guys are much better than that with Defane.
So, I mean, yes, but you have to go out and do it.
I haven't seen it.
If we're that much better with
What do you
Defane,
mean you haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it.
You didn't watch the Warriors game? They lost, but they were very good.
okay, but here's the thing: if it's the same argument we make against Lemon, if you're not winning the series, what does it really matter? We're talking playoffs here.
When you're going against the undefeated number 1 team,
Boomer,
and
we're
you're
talking about
taking them
playoffs.
5 that close.
Playoffs.
It matters.
Playoffs.
It's different.
Playoffs?
Playoffs? We're talking
We're talking
about
about
doing it.
playoffs.
We're
not
talking about
doing
the
it.
playoffs, Boomer.
Yes, I think we are better right now. Like Defane is clearly the improvement over having Kaipo before. Got it.
Yeah.
And Bula. Love those guys. But yes, Defane is the guy. But the wins aren't coming. We lost to Lansing. We come out and lost to Illusion.
Yeah, that's because you didn't play Shade. So
Okay.
But the point's valid. The point is still valid.
We got swept by Illusion. So it wasn't even a close series.
I suppose.
So now we've scrimmed Monarchs. I understand. I think Koa made a bad pick, but I don't think he made a bad pick because both teams are 2-6. It doesn't matter. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see, but go Luxor.
And I'm tired of all of our game of the weeks being sweeps.
That's fair. Speaking of which, our notable game, another massive
That's right.
playoff implication, Mudcats versus Illusion. I wish we had the result of the Week 9 game, Luxor and Mudcats, because it would have changed how some of these went. But regardless of the outcome, they're both still going to matter. And we have a podcast sweep for Illusion in this.
I don't think that's ever happened before for Smurfy.
Good job, Smurfy.
Smurfy,
Hey,
you've
magic
done it.
and rainbows. Magic
found
and
it.
rainbows, grit and
found
determination. You found it.
And Smurfy is going to use this opportunity to find a way to let us all the fuck down.
That's true.
I wanted to pick Mudcats here, and honestly, if we beat Mudcats, I will ultimately want Mudcats to beat Illusion. standings things. But yeah, that's Smurfy's team is competitive. So we'll
They're
see.
in it.
Next, we have another sweep. We have Warriors versus Fallen, and everybody's going with Warriors. I think this is a standings thing that
Undefeated.
Fallen haven't looked as great right now. Warriors have still looked how they've looked all season. Easy picks there. Our next one, same thing. Demons versus Havoc. Havoc having a great victory over the Fallen. Not enough to make any of us pick them over the Demons. Another sweep.
Demons are fast. Demons are fast.
Demons are fast. Keeping with the trend here, Eclipse versus Foxtrotters. As much as I want to like the Foxtrotters,
Me too.
I don't think it's going to be enough to overcome the Eclipse here, and no one else does here on the desk.
They-
Podcast sweep for the Eclipse.
They looked good. They got their win this last week, week 8. I don't think they played their week 9 game yet. But yeah, I mean, that's a good team. Obviously, Boomer put together a good team. They're in the top 3 for a reason. I'm sorry.
Week 9.
Sorry, Foxtrotters.
Yeah, the Week 9 game is Foxtrotters Monarchs. If Foxtrotters beats Mississauga Week 9,
It'd be huge.
there will be, at that time, a 5-way tie for the last
For that
one.
At that point, I would feel bad for beating them at that point.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, you won't. Our final Pixel game for Week 10, not a sweep, because I pulled a Koa and said no. Falcons versus Bandits. You guys are all on the Bandits.
They've looked fantastic. Couch Gardens ran. They put it together. Obviously, Bosi comes in, looks phenomenal. So, Falcons have looked bad these last couple of weeks. They're not bad, but they've lost a step, I think. There's something that isn't quite working there, so I'm thinking
Falcons
3-1.
Falcons like to throw themselves at the ball a lot, and it normally works because they get overwhelming pressure and they can keep it going. The way that Bandits played us with Gardens going up and getting the drop down past the couch, I think it's going to be too much. If they can play how they played us, I think it'll be too much for them.
I think you all are wild for your
Shirtless
takes
bet
on
for
this.
it.
Yeah, done. No
All
problem.
right.
Because here's the thing. Falcons haven't looked the part lately. Okay.
I didn't say that.
No, I know,
I said that.
Mr. Koa.
I said that.
Week 8, the Falcons played Lansing, top team in the league. Okay. Week 7, they beat Honolulu. Okay, they got a win. Week 6, they played Erie, another top team in Pixel. I think Boston is just fine after trading Defane. I just think they hit the hard part of their schedule. It was a bad time for that trade to happen because you want to make two things the same, but they are not. They just have played a harder bit of their schedule, and it showed right there in the middle of those two games when they played Havoc, a team that they clearly should beat and did. I've had the pleasure of getting to scrim Bandits recently. I'm going Falcons, and I will put a shirtless bet on it for the next, probably might not be the next episode depending on when that game is scheduled, but here soon, Boomer.
It could just be a sexy selfie.
Nope.
We're getting
Hour-long podcast, nipples out. Yep.
Sounds chilly.
Well, now I feel like I have to make a shirtless bet at some point now.
You absolutely do, and we're going to get our opportunity here in one of the next 6 games. Do I have any different with you? I do. It might be our Week 10 game of the week, Wave versus Hurricanes. Wave right there in the middle of the Prism standings. Hurricanes trying to, maintain that playoff spot. I think it's a big one. A lot of us agree with Wave, but one of us doesn't.
That's me. That would be this guy. I hate it. I hate game of the week sweeps. But
No one believes in lemon. Koa is a lemon fan.
I'm not a lemon stan. You take that back. You take that back. It pained me to pick him for game of the week, but he had or player of the week. But he had a great week. He looked phenomenal. The Hurricanes looked phenomenal. They're going to continue rolling into the playoffs here, I think. But we'll see.
Shirtless bet on it, Koa.
I'm not putting a shirtless bet on that one.
You wouldn't put your titties on the line for Lemon?
No.
That's fair. Our notable game of Week 10 for Prism is Sentinels versus Phantoms. It's another one, two teams priming up for the playoffs. Both teams expected to be there. I think they've probably clinched. I've lost track of all the clinches, but they've undoubtedly likely clinched. Likely we'll see each other in the playoffs again. But we have a desk sweep for Doggo and the boys.
Doggo.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to not. All love to Phantoms. One of my favorite teams to watch.
It's you're reading the wrong one.
Huh?
Hmm?
You're reading the wrong one. You said Sentinels. We're doing like Phantoms.
Yeah, Sentinels and Phantoms play each other.
I'm looking at the wrong thing.
Yeah, you're looking at the
I'm
wrong
looking at
thing.
the wrong thing.
Fuck ass. Move along. Death Sweep Sentinels. Like I said, I think Phantoms are a very good team.
It's my first week, guys. It's my first week.
Every time I vote, I put it in there for Phantoms. I've tried to believe in them. I typed it in here when I first did it. Every single time they let me down. I couldn't do it again this week. It's hurting me too much on the standings of our placements down here.
That's fair. Next game, we're split. We've got Rednecks versus Otakus. Koa, me and you. We're riding KX and the Otakus here.
I really do think this game could go either way. The Rednecks have looked better since their pickup of Red Guy, and obviously Otakus have looked better since their pickup of Jams. So I really do think this game could go either way, but I'm going to pick with my gut and go with Otakus.
Yeah, Boomer, why are you and Shade going Rednecks here?
I don't know about Shade, but I'm going giving Big Body Ben some love, giving Red Guy some love. KX has been really good on the Otakus, but it's been mostly it. Jams looked okay, but I don't know. I just think Rednecks can do it.
I said looked better.
Yeah, I think Rednecks can do it.
Fair enough.
I do think they could.
Yeah, no, that should be a great series. With how the Rednecks have looked lately and how the Otakus have kind of looked all along, like moments of phenomenal and then moments of not. The most hot and cold team simultaneously in Prism, Otakus. But let's get back to our ways here. Boomer, stop being a bitch.
You're taking up space, bro.
Yeah. High Flyers versus Vikings. We are back at it with a full sweep of the Vikings. Think that they're going to take it to the High Flyers here. Why don't the High Flyers have a chance in this series?
The Vikings are just too good. They're just good. Honestly, I mean, the High Flyers obviously could upset, but I just don't see it happening. I think the Vikings are going to keep going, and they're just going to win out. Or not win out, because they're going to lose to us in Week 11, but, yeah.
Fair enough. We're having a conversation via our predictions here.
We are.
Next game on here, and it's the final one of Week 10. Ospreys versus Mafia. This is 1 versus 12. I don't think it's going to come as a surprise to anyone that it's a disc sweep for Mafia. No, I'm just kidding. Ospreys here. So, yeah. And that's going to do it for predictions. Now, anything to say about that game? Boomer's still just typing.
Put them down.
Put it on
Put
there.
them down, Ospreys. Put them down. Old Yeller style, bro. Just put them down.
Fair enough.
I gotta vote for Ospreys. It doesn't matter who they play that it gets pulled up there. I think they'll take it. But I don't know.
Fair enough. So let's our overalls here. These are through week 8. I'm sitting at 66 and 30. Shade is right behind at 63 and 33. We've got Boomer at 49 and 47, Pitch at 39 and 57, and Koa at 18 and 18. Good job, Koa. Hey, there's Liam.
Liam!
Liam!
Liam, say hi.
Liam!
Yep, he's wearing a Chiefs jersey.
He can't hear you.
That's not good. That's bad. He peaks every time he does that. We can't hear him.
I know, it's great. It's wonderful.
Oh,
He did that on the last episode, and it cut out at the exact same spot and came back in at the exact same spot.
Yep.
That's
it's
funny.
my yeah.
Boomer, Rocket League news. Tell us about the stuff.
NRG took the dub again. Number 1. And NA for sure. SSG, number 2.
Oh, so we're back on SSG now that
No, I just have the hat, and I didn't want to have my bald head showing.
Can I say something? My favorite thing about SSG is that the roster that they took has a Scribbles and Frosty, which is what Liam used to go by. I always thought that was cool that those two were teamed, and that's kind of like Liam's 2's teammate when he gets on and plays with Lemon. It's Scribbles and Frosty. So I think that's cool. Go SSG in some increment of ways. But overall,
They're really good.
but also NA over EU because
NA's shocked, dog.
Yeah, NA's chalk.
Let me believe.
I want to believe with you, but here's the thing. Like, you traded the G2 fan base for the NRG fan base and hoped that it would merge. It kind of hasn't. The G2 fan base has been like, nah, fuck Rocket League as a whole. There's always people that go along. Beast Mode, Atomic, Daniel. I hope it works, but I can't bring myself to do it quite yet, and I can't bring myself to cheer for SSG, and I don't want to cheer for EU. So go Nina, go Falcons to me. Fuck, I don't know what to do. Go Furia.
Go Furia. Hey.
Yeah, Furia.
Go Furia.
Go get it. Like I don't know. And yeah, if NA can do it, great. I hope it's NRG. If it's Space Station, I'm still going to end up being pissed because I don't like Space Station.
I'm tired of losing at Worlds every freaking year.
NRG,
dude.
Space Station, and the Ultimates look good. The Ultimates got fucked because they had to play G2 in top 8. So they got knocked out early, didn't even get a shot.
Well, they should have done better earlier to not have to play them in top 8.
That's true. The reason I say NA's chalked is we had 2 CRL teams. One of them full of EU players in our top 8. So,
yeah,
not a great look. In other news,
didn't EU's thing start today?
Yeah, that's what I was say.
Oh, go. Yes, please. Thank you.
In his other news, he was
My bad.
Yeah, Yak's team. Yak, LZ, forget Code, and Killer Bee played today. They got a forfeit win, game 1. Loss in the second winners round 2. Oh, go away. Why are you doing this? There we go.
Add.
Got another forfeit win. And then they won their losers round 3 match, and then they lost losers round 4. They were 2 series off from making it to day 2.
Damn.
So they did pretty good. They got a round farther than me, Boss, and Beef.
Hey, listen. I just have to say how proud I am of the people that have gone to step up and try to play in these quals. Like, you can wake up all day and think that you don't have a shot, but hey, go win some games. If you fuck around and win enough games, then you're getting into prize pool. And if you make $100, oh, you made $100 fucking dollars. Go for it. Like, that's so cool. So much love to the people that went out and played for that. Even the EU guys. We got an EU team. That's so
the Bicontinental 8-Bit Nation.
Exactly. Bicontinental. We're trying to get Tricontinental. We need a SAM team now.
Well, there's also other news.
Oh, shit.
We had our
Do we have a MENA team now?
No. We had the 8-Bit. We had the official tryouts last Saturday?
Somewhere, yeah.
Something like that.
Look at him. He's got papers.
And now,
he's got papers, Koa.
Now we have 5 teams.
Oh!
The premier team, 8-Bit Nation Gaming, the main team. Doggo Streak, Ezio, Max. They're not changing. It's the same team. Then we got 8-Bit Nation Purple. Is going to be Dinks, Classy, and Splatter. They came over, joined the server. Arthur's back over there with Dinks.
Back? Yeah. I love Arthur.
And Splatter, I guess, is SSL. So they're aiming for top 64. So we'll see if they can do it.
Who is Splatter in the Discord?
I don't know if he joined yet. I think he joined, but I don't know what his Discord name is.
That's fair. Okay.
I can ask. I'll ask Dinks later. Then, so the way that we did tryouts was we kind of did a little bit of King of the Hill and a little bit of bracketry, kind of. So if you kept winning, like kept putting you on, then we had the ones that won the most play against each other. And the Dinks team kept winning. and they didn't even have Splitter. They had somebody who like they play with sometimes. Splitter just couldn't make it. But Stim, Verm, and Drim went head to head against them. I think they won, and they beat the other top team. So they looked really good, and they loved playing together. So they're 8-Bit Nation green. I don't know. I'm gonna make a graphic for this part.
That's probably.
Yeah.
I assigned colors, and then got messages from people. Hey, can I be a different one? So
Why don't you make
it's
that?
different.
Why don't you make that graphic tonight so I can pop it in right here?
Right
Yeah,
now.
that's fine. I'll make it for after basketball. Then the Kilos. Then we have Kilo, Sweezy, and Samu. 8-Bit Nation. Insert color here. They Samu actually messaged me. He said they were playing GC2, GC3 lobbies and kicking ass. So that's
Kilo,
good.
Sweezy, Samu. I like that. Okay.
And then the last one, we got JT, Banks, Mince, and Appa.
Ooh.
They're 8-Bit Nation pink. So
Okay.
Very JT colored.
they're
Yeah.
JT. But it's going to be exciting. I've never had this many teams. And then we also have the Deportes team, me, Bossa Beef, and Suey. But I'm interested to see. Yeah, Aiden Deportes. Yeah.
Well, big shout out to Boomer for getting all that organized. Glad that you finally had a tryout. That's how it was supposed to be from the beginning. So I know there were some negative feelings about that. But we got it all settled here in the end. We got a lot of good teams there. I love that. I can't wait. You guys that play, and if you're not on one of those teams and you are playing with a team of friends, please stream it. Drop the damn stream link in the Discord. We want to watch. We'll put out 14 teams. I don't give a shit. Just let us know what you're doing so we can support you. We want to get out and watch all that. So, top to bottom, yes. So, great work on that, Boomer. Appreciate you getting that together and keeping it organized. Who you have DK helping you with that, right?
Yep.
Okay. So there's two
Thank you,
people on
DK.
it, and yeah, thank you, DK. There's two people on it organizing. So definitely keep us all posted as they do things, Boomer and DK. That's gonna do it. We're back to weekly. We knocked it out. Boomer's got to go coach basketball.
Yep. And also, there might be another 8N team.
So many teams.
There was two players that I couldn't get on the team, and I haven't figured out a third for them yet.
We
So-
need jerseys.
I'll play with them.
There you
Do you
go.
really want to? Like dead serious, dead ass.
Not really, but if you need a body, I'll do it.
It'd be you, Red Guy, and Ben.
Oh, that's not bad at all. You got fucking two people that all they know how to do is demo people and Ben, so that'll be good.
That team could be vibes,
We'll
You wanna run it?
make some people angry.
bro.
Yeah, you can be any color you want because all the other colors are taken. We don't
Yes,
have an 8-Bit
8-bit
Nation black.
cyan. Get it.
8-bit red!
Yeah.
Chiefs
Dumb.
Kingdom,
Can't do that.
baby!
We need jerseys. I need jerseys to go on the wall. That's what I need. So that's going to do it for this week. We're going to let Boomer get on his way. Pitch, we hope to see you soon. Shade, we hope you get to feeling better because I don't like this whole hosting thing. That's your job. And yeah, we're out. Bye.
Later.
Thank you again for tuning into the Backpost Podcast, powered by the 8-Bit Nation. Be sure to stay active in the Discord and follow the Twitch channel at 8N Gaming so you don't miss any of the fast-paced, epic Pixel and Prism League content. Well, that's it for now. May your aerials be flawless and your saves legendary.